to the EVLC Podcast. Today we are interviewing Bill Montgomery, who is well known for his work in the automotive industry, especially with high school students. He recently received the Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award, and he also founded a nonprofit called Hidden Pioneers. Thank you, Bill, for being here today. We are so happy to have you.
Thank you. I'm here.
Yeah. If you could start off by telling us a little bit about yourself.
Yes, I'd be glad to. My name is Bill Montgomery, aka CSI Bill, because the high school students gave me that nickname, and so I gladly accepted it. And I live in Corona, California, and I was teaching transportation and technology, which is what I call it now, but the schools were calling it auto shop classes. So I changed that name, and I have a partnership with Prime Motivation, and that's the nonprofit organization. Hidden Pioneers is for-profit, and we're here to help the youth and help our country, and so glad that a youth person like yourself is interviewing me. So that's a little bit about me.
Thank you. What is Hidden Pioneers?
Good question. Hidden Pioneers is the hidden part, is someone that is kind of behind the scenes. They don't necessarily want to be in the limelight or even take credit for things, so they're kind of hidden. Some people want to be hidden. And then the pioneers, those are your trailblazers. Those are the ones that trendsetters, get things going, discover things, do research. So because of that and what NASA does, and my cousin, Katherine Johnson, I thought it would be a good name for Hidden Pioneers. And we've been that for since 2016, Hidden Pioneers.
It's a long time. What inspired you to start Hidden Pioneers?
Definitely my cousin in the movie, Hidden Figures. My sister called me to tell me about the movie. And speaking of that, I didn't know that was my cousin at the time. And after the movie, my sister kind of tricked me and said, "Hey, that's our cousin." And then I went and saw the movie again and again and again. And then I started doing some research, and inspired me to start finding out more of our family tree. And my sister sent me an ancestry as far as your DNA. And I went on there, and I was just amazed to see, my name and all my family history, including my cousin, Katherine Johnson, and her daughters and things like that. So that inspired me to do more and more, and then give back my knowledge and my wisdom that I learned through the years.
And what's the most rewarding part of your work that you do right now?
Seeing the smiles on people when they get information that they don't necessarily know. Listening to what people have to say about this world, and then the facts versus what people hear, and also just being able to help people, giving them the knowledge that I didn't always have, and now that I have it, being able to give it is a blessing, and that's a good reward.
And could you share more about Katherine Johnson and her impact on your life?
Absolutely. She's still impacting my life, and I was just looking at some things that she did, and how she's an inspiration to, school districts, our country, the diversity aspect of it, women, space. It's amazing what one person can do, but at the same time, she had the teamwork in her genes too. And she was always talking about team and not one person can do it alone. So it is very inspiring what she did and what she continues to do. Um, and the Hidden Pioneers, we're also leaving her legacy, and we're proud to do that.
What is it that she did?
What is it that she did?
Yeah.
You said, okay, well, first of all, in 1961, she did the trajectory for Alan Shepard when it was the space race with the Sputnik. So she helped Alan Shepard, the first one in 1961, and then in 1962, she was one that John Glenn had to make sure that get the smart one, Katherine Johnson. If she says the numbers are good, then I'll go. So she was also responsible to help get John Glenn up at 62. And then in 1969, she was also partly responsible to land the 3 astronauts on the moon in 1969. There's been many more, but those are the ones that really stick out, to people. That's why I talk about those years in 61, 62, and 69.
How do you stay motivated to keep pushing for change in education and technology?
Well, first of all, I have a great team called Hidden Pioneers, and we our focus is to make sure we stay learning about what NASA's doing. And so my direction as a team leader and a coach is to make sure I lead by example, and I go on www.nasa.gov to the website and make sure that they spend at least an hour to 2 hours a week on the site to learn all the updates and the new things, because NASA puts a lot of things on that website, and we know that a lot of people don't know, but that's where you can go to get the information. So it keeps me motivated. I mean, they have so many different social media platforms. They have a NASA TV, the Facebook, the Instagram, so it's very, very motivational if you go to their site to see how many things, and of course you can stay updated. So I always tell the Hidden Pioneers, you don't have to watch the news for as far as anything with space. Just go to nasa.gov. So it's a very motivational site that has so many things to offer, and we as a country we need to go there because it's taxpayers' dollars. That website, nasa.gov.
Personally, what is your relationship with NASA?
What is my mission?
No, what is your relationship with NASA?
Oh, so I have a collaboration with NASA, and good question, because I'm working on a Space Act agreement or a more documented paperwork agreement. But right now, I have a couple connections, people that work there, and so they're able to guide me and give me some subject matter materials. And I've even been able to bring NASA in to the classrooms and onto the big screen. So I have a good relationship, a good collaboration with NASA, but I am working on a Space Act agreement so I can do more.
What advice would you give to your younger self?
To what advice would I give to myself?
To your younger self.
Oh, to my younger siblings or younger self. I would say that, don't let people tell you that you can't do things. And the space race is, if you want to call it a race, is on right now, today, and people can be a part of it. Um, and anybody can get involved with NASA. It's not just rockets or scientists or engineers or astronauts. Uh, they have a lot of different jobs that you can, work with, and their standards, if you will, are for basic, everyday, normal people. So my advice would be to get involved, go to the website, talk to people, watch some amazing things that have been happening lately. There's a lot of rockets going up now, and the solar eclipse was there, and so it's very exciting, much more now than it was before. So look up into the sky and get involved.
Yeah. I know you said your cousin had a very big influence on your life, but who else has been a positive influence?
Well, my dad, specifically, he was in the Marines for 22 years, and he basically inspired me to go into the military, which I did at 18 years old. I went to the 82nd Airborne. I was jumping out of airplanes at 18 years old, um, and that was great. But before that, I did have some coaches, a couple coaches in sports. I played soccer for many years, and I wrestled. Okay, uh, my soccer coach was Roberts, and also Dan Alexander. Um, they were good mentors. My wrestling coach was Dan Bamonte. He passed away, but he was a great guy, and we built a great friendship along the way. Um, so I had some good mentors in high school, um, and there's also someone I want to say thanks to is Jim Jordan. Jim Jordan gave me my first break as far as a corporate sponsorship when he was at Mazda USA, which was a Japanese company, car manufacturer, and that's part of transportation. And that was allowed me to go into the schools and get more involved with education. So those are uh, the ones that really kind of inspired me the most.
That's amazing. Could you tell us what it felt like to receive the Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award?
Oh, amazing! What an honor. Wasn't expecting it, but when it happened, as I look back, uh, it really made me be thankful of the hard work that I know that I do each and every day. And then I was also able to pass along the information to other people, and a couple other hidden pioneers were able to receive the same award. Um, but again, it's a knowledge. You have to know about certain things, and I'm honored to get such an award. Speaking of that, my cousin just got that same award um, just last month, and that made her to receive four awards from the Congress and the White House, which makes the most of any other human being to get four awards from three different presidents. So I'm just
Wow.
glad to be, yeah, and I'm just glad to be in that honor. I mean, I got one, but it's a big one. So thank you for asking that question.
Yeah, of course. And what would you say has been your greatest accomplishment?
Well, that greatest accomplishment was receiving that Lifetime Achievement Award. That's one of them. Um, I I played on the All Army soccer team, so so I was considered, I guess, a professional player. And then I came out and played college and played in different leagues, and so that was the accomplishment. Um, I was a two-time All-American in wrestling in college, um, so that was a good accomplishment. Um, and being a certified a school teacher in the state of California. I did that for 4 years. So that also was a great accomplishment. And just being able to teach people and go out there and also to be able to connect up with NASA. Uh, my cousin opened the door, but because of my passion and research to find out more, I was able to get a collaboration with NASA, which a lot of people don't have. So that's a great accomplishment, especially when I didn't know anything about NASA, years before that.
And what sparked that passion?
Well, I've always had, passion from a young age, but definitely the space uh, passion that was my cousin, and and then the movie Hidden Figures, great movie. And then the book, someone wrote a book. I read the book. It's called Hidden Figures. Um, and just to know that that was my cousin, that gave me more passion. And yeah, I'm glad to have such a role model, such an icon, such a family member that did so much and is still doing a lot for our country. And I'm just proud to help leave her legacy and follow in her footsteps.
What inspires you to keep giving back, especially to the younger generation?
Well, first of all, I have two daughters of my own that are younger. And as I watch them grow, I'm so proud of them, Chanel and Sarah. Uh, they've had their challenges in high school, as what we all have, but they're doing good. And they're starting to listen to their dad a lot more. Um, it's a life is you really have to uh, listen uh, more than you talk, and you have to uh, lean on some good mentors. Of course, every day, thank God, and just be inspired by just life in general. I mean, we're out here in California. It's a great place to be. Um, uh, there's a lot of people, it's like a melting pot. So I would just, you know, get to know people and, pay attention and use your common sense.
Yeah. Was there ever a point where you felt like giving up?
Yes, there's been some times, I think most people would probably have times like that. Um, but then again, it doesn't last long because um, I guess of so many accomplishments I've seen people, give, especially like my cousin, Katherine Johnson. I mean, and that's a great question because, it took her 30 years before she really got discovered. That's why it was hidden. And it's been like 20 years that I've been doing things with transportation technology. And I got a Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award, which is great. And I think there's more things to come, but you just can't expect it. You just have to do the work, and whatever the Lord has, He'll bring. But um, there you go.
What are some unique skills that have helped you be successful?
Um, well, sports has really, helped me. Um, Even with the teamwork. When I played soccer and I wrestled, so I got the best of both worlds. Soccer is more of a team, sport, a lot of running, and then wrestling is more of an individual sport because when you're out there on the mat, it's just you. So, and then what really helped me with put it all together was when I went to the military. It really gave me the discipline and a lot about respect and other different people coming in. That was great. So the military really helped with a lot of the skills. And then of course, basic electronics. I learned how to put uh, stereos in cars, and that basic electronics really helped my skills. Um, and so, I mean, I know that's why I like you guys and down there because you guys show people how to use a digital multimeter, which is very, very, very key today. Um, that's like the old flathead and Phillips screwdriver. Now you must know how to use a digital multimeter. So that gave me the skills to be able to do that about 20 years ago. And now I want to give my knowledge back to teach America that because we're about 6 years behind, mainly because of that device, that digital multimeter, which I'm sure you know how to use, right?
Yes, I've learned. Yeah. Yeah, before EVLC, I had no knowledge on EVs or anything like that, so I'm very grateful. When you were a child, what was your dream job?
Soccer. It definitely was soccer. I wanted to play soccer professionally. I mean, I grew up with Pelé. He was like my mentor. Do you know Pelé? You know that name?
I do not. No.
Okay. Well, Pelé was one of the greatest soccer players in the world. Uh, he won 3 World Cups. Do you know Messi? You know the name Messi?
Yeah. Yeah, I
Okay.
do.
Yeah. So he was the Messi back in the day, and I was able to learn from him back before there were uh, pocket computers and all this, Instagram and TikTok stuff. It was just VCRs and just regular TV. So I learned a lot from Pelé, and I wanted to be a professional soccer player, and I actually was able to do that because of you know watching him and following my dreams, uh, and going for it.
So you had a goal and you accomplished that.
Yes, I accomplished it. I played on the All Army soccer team, um, and I think I fulfilled that goal. And now I'm actually have a 2-day soccer tournament in my city of Corona uh, every year, and I'm bringing STEM to soccer. So now it's STEM soccer, and it's a tournament. So uh, that was something I would have ever imagined. So I kind of surpassed that dream of soccer. And now um, I'm responsible for helping out with this tournament uh, and giving back to the youth. So what a dream come true.
Yeah. And thank you for doing that too, for giving back.
My pleasure. And do you play soccer?
I don't. I mean, I've played as a just for fun, but
Okay.
yeah, never professionally.
Hey, it's fun. We can get you involved. It's what a great sport it is, and again, it teaches discipline, it teaches teamwork, and it keeps you in shape. And it's a world sport. Soccer is the largest sport in the world, and I'm just happy to be a part of it, even till today.
It seems like a great sport. Um, so what do you think are the most important lessons you've learned in life?
Well, one is definitely be a team. A team is better than just one person or individual. The teamwork together, everyone achieves more. Uh, I definitely learned that lesson um, at a kind of a young age, but as you grow, uh, sometimes distractions come. You can tend to forget, but then you come back. So I like NASA because NASA is all about team. They're actually teaching team, uh, even going all the way up to space and into the moon and Mars. NASA is all about team, and that's why I really follow and love NASA for the teamwork. Um, I've also learned to, you know, common sense. I talk about common sense because the AI, artificial intelligence, uh, that has a lot of people confused. It causes some people to not use the human side of things and actually forget about common sense. So I've learned over the years to kind of balance that, make sure that I stay on the human side of things, because people make other things, people make cars, people make the technology, people even make other people, but we tend to forget what we make and let something that's artificial take over and start telling us what to do. So I learned that, and I want to give that information back to help this country.
Yeah, definitely AI has its pros and cons. What is your next idea or goal that you have for
My
maybe
next,
10 years or
okay, great. Glad you asked that. So I created a curriculum for the pocket computer, which AKA cell phone, so that I can teach people how to use it correctly, uh, when, why, how, um, even how to change a battery in a pocket computer. Um, so this is something that I have that's done. The Lord had me write it, and I'm attempting to get it into the school system, because if we do that, it's going to make a much better world today and tomorrow. The other thing that We have a curriculum thanks to Yes We Can and Dr. Cheryl, which is Dr. Common Sense, I call her. She's out in Baltimore. Um, Together, we created a Apollo Artemis curriculum. And so that's new. So you'll be hearing more about that. So those are the two things that are new that can change this culture and image of our country. The Apollo Artemis curriculum, all about um, space, the history before and now. I'm not sure if you know about Artemis. You know about the Artemis?
I've heard about it, yes.
Okay. Well, Artemis is the female twin sister to Apollo. Hence, that's why we're sending a female to the moon for the first time. And Artemis, she was also the protector, and she's also the goddess of the moon. Um, and so NASA's mission, and even including USA, is the Artemis mission right now today. So before, a lot of people knew about the Apollo mission, but now it's the Artemis mission. So I'm doing everything in my power to let people know about this mission that's here today, and that a lot of people can get involved.
Okay, and I have one last question. How are you making a positive impact in the world?
I'm making a positive impact in the world by sharing my knowledge that I received over the years. And I'm also mentoring people, especially the youth. Okay, I feel like the youth is the most important, especially high school. High school students is our main focus for Hidden Pioneers because uh, we kind of lost them. And Hidden Pioneers is going to them because you got to go to them. They're not coming to you these days because of the pocket computer curriculum. And we're asking for all the companies, the people that see this, we need your help. We need donations, we need funding so we can go expand more. Hidden Pioneers, we want to go nationwide this year. We've been in Southern California for the last 20 years going into schools. To go nationwide, we need more support. So if you're watching this, please go to hiddenpioneers.com. Everything's Hidden Pioneers, by the way. We have Hidden Pioneers Instagram, Hidden Pioneers Facebook, hiddenpioneers@gmail.com. That email comes straight to me. And we have great partners. We partner with Prime Motivation, which is a high school tour nonprofit. You can take a look at the website, www.primemotivation.com. A great high school tour. We go straight to the kids and we excite them and motivate them. And it's just been a pleasure talking to you. You're so bright, and the questions that you ask are just so good. It brings a smile and a pleasure to be talking to you.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for sharing your story. It's very inspiring and everything that you've accomplished. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, and thank your mom. You guys doing great work down there in San Diego, showing people how to use a digital multimeter, how to get involved with EVs, which is electric vehicles of all kinds, rovers, drones, pretty much anything with the battery. Okay. And so I want to thank you guys for what you do. I want to thank this EVLC podcast for allowing me to come on. And I look forward to getting that and sending it out as soon as you can get it to me.
Yes, of course, we will let you know as soon as it's out.